I'm Nadia Bilchik, this is Georgia Hollywood Review TV, and we're talking about a day in the life. And this time we have the day in the life of the director of a cinema program at Georgia State. His name is Taharka Sankara. So Taharka, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the program. Tell us about the program. And I know the word cinema is not cinema as in film, it stands for something else.
Right, it's an acronym, and it stands for Careers in New Emerging Media Areas. So what we do is we recruit what they call opportunity youth, which is simply youth between the ages of 18 and 24 who are disconnected from employment or education opportunities. And we spend 22 weeks training them in virtual reality, augmented reality, game design, some production skills. And what we're trying to do is get them jobs in the entertainment industry. So at the end of 22 weeks, when they graduate, we help them get internships and we help them get jobs here in the local entertainment industry.
So the program started when?
Started about a year ago. We're a very young program.
Okay, so how many graduates have you had to date?
We've had 36 graduates.
Right now, how many do you have enrolled?
Right now, we don't have any enrolled right now, but we're working with them. We're working with all the graduates. So we have our policy is that we never really let go of our students. We make sure that we stay in contact with them throughout the duration of their career. So right now we're in kind of an assessment period between season 2 and 3. So season 3 will start up in June, and then we'll have a new cohort of students come in.
Okay, so for you personally, I mean, of course, new media and gaming, that is the way the world is going on all these platforms. So tell us a little about you.
Well, I'm also a filmmaker, a screenwriter. Recently, I had a script get to the final round of the Sundance Episodic Story Lab. It didn't get into the lab, but I'm really excited about the fact that they liked it enough for it to get that far. So that script is moving its way through the machinations of Hollywood right now. So a lot of people are looking at it. So I'm really excited about that opportunity. But what brought me to Georgia State was my master's. So I did my master's work in African American Studies. And it was interesting because my research question was focused on how African Americans consume media, whether it's a passive process or a critical process. And so it was a little too heavy for that department at that time. So they told me to go over to the College of Education, where there was a new program being created called Cinema. And so I started in cinema actually as the graduate research assistant working on my master's. And then one thing led to another, and I eventually became the director of the program.
So, I mean, here we are at a time where the way, as I say, different platforms. So the graduates, if I were to hire one of them today, what are their skills and capabilities?
They have a wide range of skills and capabilities. Right now they're focused on, of course, production, because that's where most of the jobs are, but they're also trained in things like digital composition or digital compositing. So compositing, which is a class I actually taught in cinema as well. Digital compositing is simply the act of taking a 3D object or a 3D environment and blending it with live action footage. So our students are trained in that. They're trained in augmented reality. They're able to create augmented reality compositions and things of that nature.
So when one thinks of a movie that's a popular movie that's using augmented reality, does one come to mind? When one thinks of Black Panther, for example.
Well, Black Panther is definitely a compositing type of application. When you think augmented reality, I think the biggest application for it right now are things like Snapchat, Instagram filters, things like that, where you have footage that you place a filter over. Like the masks that people wear, the digital masks that people wear, things of that nature. So that is the biggest. I think that's the biggest application for augmented reality right now.
So in terms of your students getting jobs, how successful have you been, and have they in fact got jobs, some of them?
Yeah, they've been incredibly successful. As a matter of fact, we've had 4 students that are going to be working on Ava DuVernay's new set in the coming days. I think it's DMZ, I think that's the name of the production. Mm-hmm. So we've been incredibly successful. All the students have gotten offers for employment.
And do the students have to have what is the requirement for them to get into the program?
The biggest requirement is a passion for the industry, that whatever we're teaching. We do have a lot of students that come in that are more interested in music, and because of that, because that's not part of our curriculum right now, we can't really offer them enrollment. So what we ask for is for them to hit all the marks as far as the basic metrics concerned: 18 to 24, not enrolled in a university, those kind of economic challenges. And the biggest thing we're looking for is passion.
And Georgia State sponsors this program for them.
We're actually sponsored by J.P. Morgan Chase. Right. We're housed at Georgia State.
So if anybody who's watching this knows of somebody who is 18 to 24, is interested in this, I mean, it's an incredible opportunity, because if you think about jobs that are available now,
Absolutely.
that were not even 5-10 years ago, you're preparing students for this.
That's right.
How would they go about registering, applying?
The best way to apply is to go to our website, cinemaproject.gsu.edu. And it's an exciting time because of this assessment period between season 2 and season 3 of cinema. I'm taking a deeper look at some of the newest things that are occurring, like virtual production. I'm not sure if you've seen The Mandalorian, the new Star Wars show on Disney Plus. That show uses what they call virtual production, which is, using a game engine to create digital environments. It completely changes the process of filmmaking. So we're incorporating that into the curriculum. So we're already changing to adapt to the constantly changing industry. Yeah.
And really helping people and equipping them with the skills to do this.
Absolutely.
So not only are you a filmmaker, but an educator and a mentor. Taharka Sankara, thank you so much for joining us on Georgia Hollywood Review TV.
Thank you.